I got this candy bar. Xavier actually got it for me. Reese's Outrage. Honestly, outrageous actually. It looks pretty good. It's like a chocolate bar. It's king size. It looks pretty good. I have to show it again. Make sure you got it on camera. Pretty good. Pretty good looking thing overall. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, looks pretty good. Let's give it a little taste test to see how it tastes. That's some good shit right there. It's kind of like a I don't know, caramel bar with Reese's Pieces. Tastes pretty good. I would honestly, if I saw it again, probably get it. Let me eat some more before I give some sort of review on it. Great overall texture. Great overall taste. Has some peanut butter in there. Very good overall. Honestly, I recommend. You guys should definitely try this. It's fire as fuck.
Can I try real quick, Dada?
No.
Please, bro. Why can't I have some? Just a little bite.
Bro, I'm on camera.
I know. Let me just try. That's good. That's good.
9.4 out of 10, that's what I'm giving it right now. Honestly, very good chocolate bar. Overall, very good. Then we got this Kit Kat, honestly, very overall good. Xavier got this.
How do you know?
Kit Kat Duos, mocha plus chocolate.
What do you mean overall very good? Like you've tried it? It's gonna be good, most likely.
Let's see. I don't like it. I give it like a 5 or a 4. It's not that good.
6 out of 10, this sounds like good.
If you like coffee, you might like this, but this shit is horrible.
But I don't
have to eat that much with the other one. I'd like, oh, I might have to try another flavoring. This was shit. I don't recommend this. Don't ever eat this. Honestly, very old, not that overall good.
Honestly.
Mocha flavoring of anything, it's like ice cream flavored coffee. If you like that kind of shit, maybe you like this, but overall it's fucking horrible, like let's be real. And this shit is ass, bruh. We're gonna start out with our sports content right now for our first topic. Oh, sports culture. You already know I do some videos about them. This is 2016 NBA draft based on talent and team needs. With the #1 pick, it has Jaylen Brown go to the 76ers. Honestly, that's a great overall pick in my opinion. #2, Brandon Ingram. Him going to Lakers at #2. In real life, he went #2. That makes sense. #3, Pascal Siakam, the Celtics. That would have been a great overall pick because Jaylen Brown wasn't there. #4, Jamal Murray, the Suns. Honestly, underrated pick right there.
Yeah.
Him and Devin Booker would honestly be insane. DeJounte Murray to the Timberwolves. Oh, imagine that lineup with Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, and him. Karl-Anthony Towns might not. I don't know. I feel like he might not have been there, but what do you think? #6, Don Sabonis to the Pelicans. Honestly, I don't really know about this move. I don't think it would really change that much. #7, Michael Brogdon to the Nuggets. Honestly, this would be a good move. Him and Jokic honestly be pretty good together. #8, Fred VanVleet to the Kings. Honestly, would be a great overall pick for them. And #9, Ben Simmons, the Raptors. I feel like defensively that would definitely help them. And Kawhi would probably come out later, like in the same thing. It's just a redraft, so it doesn't change the universe. #10, Buddy Hield to the Bucks. Honestly, that'd be great overall in my opinion. I think that would be a good pick for them. Him and Giannis and all those other players with Chris Middleton would definitely be underrated. And it would be very good.
I thought Fred VanVleet went undrafted.
He did.
Oh,
it's just saying that it's a redraft. It's a redraft.
Yeah, okay.
And this is 2020 NFL Redraft based on talent and needs. #1, you have Joe Burrow, QB. Remains the same. #2, Justin Herbert, QB. The Washington Commanders could have had him, and now they're stuck with Carson fucking Wentz. Like, look at that team, bruh. The Eagles already know. Eagles fans already know that he's shit. And then 3, you have Chase Young, defensive end, Lions. Honestly, great overall pick. He was very much worth that pick. I feel like next season, once he gets healthy, he's going to be, I think he might be candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm being real. Number 4, Tristan Wirfs. Honestly, they got Evan Neal this year, but Tristan Wirfs is a beast. Honestly, the Buccaneers got to steal the draft that year. He was a beast, offensive tackle, and probably one of the best offensive tackles in the league. Number 5, Andrew Thomas, offensive tackle. He goes to the Dolphins. I think they need help at that position. 2 his injuries were caused by offensive, like not enough help up front. But what do you think about this? Honestly, I feel like offensive line for them was a problem at the time. Number 6, Justin Jefferson to the Chargers, wide receiver. So Justin Herbert isn't there, so you can't really say, oh, he could throw to Justin Jefferson. But that honestly would have been a great pick for them if Justin Herbert already went. And I think that'd be a great pick. And number 7, CD Lamb, wide receiver. He was going to Panthers. Honestly, that's a great pick for them. I feel like it would be overall, would help a lot of people out later in the future. Especially Sam Darnold. If he could throw to CD Lamb, woo, that would be a very good target for him to have. Number 8, AJ Terrell, cornerback. A great cornerback. He'd be going to the Cardinals. Great overall for them. Number 9, Jedarick Willis, offensive tackle. Great pick. And number 10, T. Higgins, the Browns wide receiver. I think that would also be a great overall pick and very helpful. Honestly, All Sports Culture is honestly a great list. You really have to look at their videos and stuff like that. This is All Sports Culture. This is QBs, overpaid or underpaid. And this is what it says, or just right. So $50.3 million for Aaron Rodgers. That says just right. Honestly, I agree with that. Yeah. Definitely worth the money. $46 million for Deshaun Watson. Definitely overpaid. Yeah. With all this stuff going off the field, he could get suspended this season. That was definitely a shit deal from them. $45 million. It says underpaid for Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, I would pay $50 million for him. $43 million for Josh Allen, just right. Makes sense. $44.4 million for Derek Carr, overpaid. I definitely agree. Somewhere around $35 million, I would probably say.
Billion.
Million.
Oh,
$40 million for Dak Prescott, overpaid. Makes sense. I feel like I'd put him around somewhere $32 million, $30. And then $40 million for Matthew Stafford, just right. Honestly, I would say he's a bit underpaid. I'd put him at $45 million. $35 million for Russell Wilson for the Broncos now. He's underpaid. Honestly, I agree with that. I think at the time he was underpaid. I have to look at his Broncos contract. $35 million for Kirk Cousins. Definitely overpaid. I would say he's somewhere around the range of $25 million to $30. He's somewhere around there. $33.5 million for Jared Goff. Honestly, horrible pick. He's definitely overpaid. I would say he's somewhere around, I wouldn't pay over $25 for him. He's obviously not that good. $32 million for Carson Wentz for the Commanders. That's definitely overpaid. That's a trash-ass deal, let's be real. I would honestly only give him like $21 million. He really has been ran out wherever he's went. He went the Colts. He had a second chance. He really couldn't do anything. He couldn't beat the Jaguars to lead in the playoffs with a dominant run game, a great offensive line, and great receiving core. Honestly, he's probably one of the worst quarterbacks. $30 million for Matt Ryan, overpaid. Tyreek Hill, $30 million. They have him overpaid for the Dolphins. Honestly, I feel like that is overpaid. But wide receivers are making a lot more money. So look at the scope of it. In a couple years, most quarterbacks could be making close to $60 to $70 million. And most wide receivers could be making $40 million. So look at the scope of it. In a couple years, that might be considered a good deal for him. A top 10 wide receiver only gained $30 million. In a couple years, the scope of next year's, I don't know. I feel like for him to be worth that much money, he definitely has to do a lot more this season. But honestly, I believe in him. I think this is a pretty good pickup from the Miami Dolphins. Definitely helps them out offensively. $29.5 million. Overpaid for Ryan Tannehill. Definitely agree. I'll put him around $27 million. And $28.5 million for TJ Watt. Just right? Honestly, that's ridiculous. He won DPOY last year, and you put him at $28.5 million is just right. Honestly, I would put him around, he should be making around $30 million to $35 million this year, in my opinion. If I could pay him that, I would pay him around there. He's definitely probably one of the best defensive players in the league right now. Honestly, some great overall stuff happening in the NBA. There's a lot of cool things happening in the NBA in general. Have you been keeping up with it or not? Honestly, I feel like a lot of people have been kind of waiting on their opinion, talking about refs and blaming the refs on everything somehow. I don't really get how they do that. It's like, how is everything about the refs somehow? You guys don't have... It's all Celtics fans saying that, really.
It's an excuse for your team being shit as hell.
I don't even get what this is. This is Bleacher Report. And they have Luka versus Magic Johnson. That's low-key disrespectful. And honestly, we already know who was going to win that matchup. Well, 1v1, I'm picking Magic Johnson. But who are you picking? Honestly, as a size, Luka does have better scoring based off his numbers. But the passing for Magic, they're pretty comparable, I'd say, for play style. Honestly, I'd put Luka more as a LeBron type than Magic just because he scores a lot more. So I'd say he's somewhere around there. But let's see what the comments are saying. Honestly, they were just talking about Paul Pierce, roasting Paul Pierce, but what do you think?
Why Paul Pierce? Like, what does Paul Pierce have to
Something about wipies or something. That's what they were saying in the comments. I don't want to play it because I don't know if it has anything copyrighted or not. So I'm just going to stay off of that.
Remember when he shit himself and tried to fake it?
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Well, yeah, guys, I'm trying to find this thing. It's the NFL mock draft for next season. Honestly, it's pretty hard to find, actually. And I don't really know. What do you guys think? Honestly, overall, I don't really know what's happen. This is NFL top 10 power rankings. The number 1, you have the Bills. Definitely a Super Bowl champion for next season. Definitely makes sense at being the top. Number 2, the Chiefs. Honestly, Sky, honestly, for the wide receiver position, it's definitely a good pick right there. He's supposed to have Tyreek Hill speed, so that could be a plus. Juju's coming there. Number 3, the Bucks. Great overall pick, in my opinion. I'll put them somewhere around there. I think Tom Brady returning is definitely going to help. Number 4, the Rams. Definitely a good pick. Returning Super Bowl champs. Number 5, the Bengals. Definitely good right there. Number 6, the Chargers. Honestly, I think they're not going to have that great of a season this year. Number 7, the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is still there, but Devontae is gone, so hopefully I think they can keep as one of the top teams. They did draft Christian Wilson, so I think that could be a plus for them. Number 8, the Ravens. Honestly, they're slept on. Kyle Hamilton, David Obaji. Honestly, a lot of great picks on the defense side of the ball. And number 9, the 49ers. Honestly, Trey Lance is the starter next season. So I would see some struggle early on, but later in the season, I think they will pick it up. And number 10, the Broncos. They're honestly a sleeper team to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. But what do you think? This is 2023 NFL Mock Draft. Bleacher Report's way too early predictions. We honestly might have to get in this. Number 1, Will Anderson Jr., Houston Texans, edge, Alabama. Honestly, a great overall player. Some people were saying, oh, the amount of, they were saying that against good competition, he doesn't play as good. Honestly, that's not true. He honestly had a great season last year. Actually, he might have had a better season than Aiden Hutchinson. He was up there. He should have probably won the Heisman. Honestly, a great overall season. Let's look at his numbers real quick.
Honestly.
Will Anderson Jr., great overall player, and just great overall player in college football right now. Let's look at his numbers real quick. 17.5 sacks last season, first in the college football. That really has shown me all I really need to see. He's better than Aiden Hutchinson right now, and if he was this year, he probably would have went number 1. That's a great overall pick of the Texans. I think that will definitely help them. Number 2, you have C.J. Stroud, Atlanta Falcons, QB Ohio State. Honestly, I could kind of see that happening just because he would be a great overall pick for them. Definitely help them out. They did draft Desmond Ridder, so I don't really know if they would. Number 3, Jalen Carter, New York Jets. I don't really know too much about him. He's defensive lineman for Georgia, but he's supposed to be one of the top guys for them. And once all the people got drafted this year, he's supposed to be a lottery pick for next season. Number 4, you have Bryce Young, Detroit Lions, QB Alabama. Definitely a great pick overall. The Lions could definitely use him. Jared Goff is shit, so I think that would help him. Number 5, Jackson Smith. Honestly, him and the Jaguars would be great overall. Wide receiver, Ohio State. Number 6, Will Levis, Carolina Panthers, QB, Kentucky. Honestly, I don't know too much about him. I haven't heard him on that much. Number 7, Brian Brees, Seattle Seahawks, defensive lineman, Clemson. Honestly, looks like a pretty good overall pick for the Seahawks. They need someone at the D-line. I think that would help. Number 8, Jordan and Addison, Chicago Bears, wide receiver, Pittsburgh. Is he really that high rated? I don't really know, but comment down below what do you think. Number 9, Eli Ricks, New York Giants, cornerback, Alabama. I don't know too much about him either. Number 10, Michael Mayer, Washington Commanders, tight end, Notre Dame. A tight end in the top 10 is very rare. Kyle Pitts last season was definitely overall great tight end.
Michael Mayer.
Number 11, Peter Strzok. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Pittsburgh Steelers are taking him, offensive tackle, Northwestern. They have had struggles with the offensive line. That was the main problem last season. The offensive line and the quarterback, Big Ben, was really getting old. Number 12, Keely Ringo, Philadelphia Eagles, cornerback, Georgia. I don't know too much about him. Number 13, Isaiah Foskey, Minnesota Vikings, edge, Notre Dame. I think that could definitely help them. Number 14, Noah Swell, New England Patriots linebacker, Oregon. Hopefully he's good as Kayvon Thibodeau. And number 15, Antonio Johnson, Las Vegas Raiders, safety, Texas A&M. Honestly, I would see the Raiders, if they would take anyone, it would probably be Jackson Smith or some other wide receiver. I don't really see them taking anyone else besides that. But what's your honest opinion? I might have to switch over to the NBA mock draft to see what's happening with that. I did a video on my TikTok about it, but I just want to do one here as well. And you guys should honestly look at my TikTok and check it out. You guys need to look at that. Let's look through this. Mock draft, an NBA draft expert, Gary Parrish, May 5th, 2022. Number 1, you have Chet Holmgren, center, Gonzaga. He seems to be the confirmed number 1. Definitely a great pick for the Rockets. I think that would help him. Number 2, Paulo Banchero, power forward, Magic. Honestly, would be a great pick in my opinion. Duke. I think the size and his athleticism and his scoring ability would definitely help them. Number 3, Jabari Smith, power forward, Auburn. Definitely a great pick. Him and Cade Cunningham will be lethal for the Pistons. Number 4, Jaden Ivey, shooting guard, Purdue, Thunder, OKC. I don't really see him taking in guard. They already have SGA. I don't really see that. Number 5, Keegan Murphy, power forward, Pacers. I will honestly a great overall scorer. Will definitely help them. I think he's going to be a promising pick. And number 6, Shadane Sharp, shooting guard, Trailblazers. I think that would honestly help him. Maybe TT Washington as well. Ochai Agbaji, shooting guard, Kansas. To the Sacramento Kings. I feel like he's a great scoring option. Number 8, Johnny Davis, small forward, New Orleans Pelicans, Wisconsin. Honestly, great scoring as well. Number 9, Jalen Duren, center, Memphis Spurs. Great pick for them. I think he would help with size and things like that. Number 10, Benedict Mathurin for the Wizards, shooting guard, Arizona. Would be promising, him and Bradley Beal. There's honestly a lot of good scores on this list, but what do you think? And this will probably be the end of my video. You saw some food review, you saw some sports, and this is the end of my video. See ya, this is Jaden. Like and subscribe, and see you next week.